What's up, y'all? It's your boy TTG, aka TeyTheGod, aka One Play Tay, aka Lurk Jesus, aka your girl's favorite YouTuber. And today I'm be covering part 2 of the how to stop any offense. Alright, this is part 2 of the defensive side of it. I'm also going to do an offensive side of it. In the offensive side, part 1, we're going to be talking about the basics of offense. Part 2, we're going to get into a little more advanced things, talking about schemes, talking about concepts mostly. Because you know, a lot of people just think it's all money plays on offense. Oh, you have cheese plays, this and that. No, it's all concepts. You could make a cover 3 beater on the fly. I'm gonna tell you how to do that easily. But yeah, it's all just concepts and just knowing what beats what. And we'll get into that on the offense side. For this video specifically, this is defense again, part 2 of the defensive side, and we're going to talk specifically about quick adjustments. Now, there's a lot to go over, so I'm not going to take too long on this intro. Just make sure y'all hit that like button, support your boy, and if you're new, and hit that sub button, hit that notification button as well. Join notification squad. Never miss a video, alright? So, right now, we're just going to come out like, we're actually going to come out with this. Now we're going to come out, you're going to come over here in the bunch. You're going to go 3, 4, sky, cross, okay. So, there's okay, this is what separates the goods from the greats, you know what I mean? This is what separates the average Joes from the pros, you know what I mean? Quick adjustments are huge. Defensive adjustments are the most important thing in the game. If you honestly, right now, Madden 20 is in a weird place with defense. The defense is horrendous, and like a lot of user skill is just you can make the best adjustments and still, you know what I mean, like you don't get rewarded for it. You can make the best lurks and you still don't get rewarded for them. The drop picks and everything, it's horrendous. But still, just learn how to do this, you know what I mean? I learned probably in like 17 to start making quick adjustments, and in 18 I perfected it, and like I mastered the quick adjustments. In 19 I was already money, and then in 20 they switched up everything. But you know, after just like a week or so of just, you know, getting used to it, practicing, taking my reps, I got used to it. So now I'm perfect again on the Madden 20 adjustments. I'm fine with these. I don't make any more mistakes. Early in the game I was making a lot of mistakes with the quick adjustments. But we'll get into how to do all those. And I also just want to give you guys this quick tip, because a lot of people don't seem to know this. It's crazy to me that a lot of people don't know this. This has been a thing since like the PS2 Maddens. A lot of people, to switch on defense, they click all the way through. Like let's say you're right here on the linebacker, you want to get on that left corner to like move him or something, whatever, right? Y'all really just press circle all the way through until you get on the player you want to get on. Don't do that. If you hold circle and then use your stick to point where you want to go, if you want to go to the safety, you push it up. You want to go to that lineman, you go down. You could aim who you want to pick with the left stick. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you want to ever switch your character, just make sure you hold circle and pick the left stick. I can't believe people didn't know that, but I learned the other day that people actually don't know that, which is crazy. But anyway, so we're getting to quick adjustments. So quick adjustments, let's pull up the pre-play menu right here. As you see, adjust defense. You got your audibles on square, your secondary adjustments on triangle, your individual adjustments on X, your defensive keys, your X factor vision, your play art, your linebackers, your defensive line. All right. So we're going to start with the secondary. Actually, yeah, we'll start with the secondary adjustments. So secondary adjustments is the triangle button or Y on the Xbox. I'm gonna keep, since I'm on PlayStation, I'm gonna say everything with PlayStation, but you know, you should be able to know what the Xbox, you know, correlation is. So in the coverage adjustments here, you have with the left stick, and that's left stick or D-pad. And now, actually, no, let's keep it left stick, because I don't want to confuse you guys with the D-pad, because that's gonna mess you up with the defensive line and with the linebackers. So with the left stick, you got up for give cushion, which is gonna back everyone up. You got triangle, and then left stick down for press. That's gonna bring them all down to the line. You got show blitz, which is gonna come in like a not a base alignment. Well, it's sort of like a base alignment in the secondary, but the linebackers are all gonna come down. And mind you, this practice mode is very buggy. It's very glitchy. Half the time the players aren't doing what they're supposed to do. But I'm just gonna show you guys anyways. And then you got base align, which is, you could also come out in base align in your coach adjustments. You can come out in base alignment or man alignment every time. But base alignment is something that I think is very important, that I went over last video. If you didn't watch the last video, base alignment is something I go over to start that video. So that's how you do that, triangle and then left stick to the right. Now in here, you got also the right stick. You got your over top coverage, which is going to change. So let's say, look, as you see right here, this is the play art. We got hard flats right there. See how those two blues, that safety and that outside linebacker is on a hard flat? If you switch that to over top coverage with the right stick up, that's going to change to cloud flats. Because as we talked about in the last video, cloud flats play a little higher, and then hard flats play right there, you know, hard flat play low. We got the outside adjustment and the inside adjustment. Now, I'm not 100,000% sure. Don't get it twisted. I'm not 100% sure what this does for zones. I'm still testing it now. Personally, I've been putting, I've still, even if I'm in zone, I still say outside coverage. But this is specifically for man. So if I'm in a man defense here, let's man align, let's press. So watch that corner. If I play triangle, then inside, watch this corner on the outside here on Julio. See how he's playing inside leverage like that? He's going to get that inside shade. And then if you pick outside, he's going to go outside of Julio. He's going to play that outside shade. So that's what that does. I'm not sure what it does exactly in zone. I'm not sure if it does anything in zone. But that is that. So let's re-baseline it here. And next up, you got the L1 and R1. So if you press triangle, you got L1 to play the sticks. Playing the sticks is, pretty self-explanatory. Just play the sticks. If you have a third and long, you play sticks. The zones are gonna, your AI is gonna know. Just be aware of where the sticks are. That's very important to use. And then man alignment is just like base alignment. The way base alignment sets them all up like this, and a base alignment, man alignment's gonna bring them all down to, even if it's a zone, it's gonna bring them all down to man alignment, to whereas it looks like it's man to man. See, as you see, if you man align and press, see how over top of all the receivers, they're all over top like that, even though it's zone. That's pretty much what that does. Now let's re-base align here. So that is all the coverage adjustments. Now, if you want to make individual coverage adjustments, oh man, I'm just taking in, there's a lot to go over, so this is going to be a long video. If you want to make individual adjustments in your secondary, again, a lot of people would go over here, so you would hold circle, you go over to your corner, you press X on it for an individual adjustment, and then you would, let's say, man up Julio, right? You want to do that. But you never want to leave this linebacker, remember, because that's how you get caught lacking on the D tackle and stuff, and that messes up the whole play. You could do everything from right here in your same user linebacker position. You're going to press triangle twice. When you press triangle twice, that's going to give you the option to adjust anyone in the secondary. Once you press triangle twice, you want to pick. So we want to man up, we just manned up Julio, as you see. So look, so this is the play right now. We want to put him back in that deep third. So what we're going to do, we're going to double tap triangle. We're going to pick Jimmy Smith, which is square. And then you have all of his zone assignments he could play. You have the outside third, the hard flat, the soft squat, the cloud flat. Now, all these assignments switch depending on where he is. If he's a nickel corner, he can only do certain things. If he's a safety, he can only do certain things. Corner can only get certain zones. Linebackers, outside linebackers, inside linebackers, they can all only get certain assignments. So that's something that I'm not going to go through every single one with every single position. That's something just, as you play, just learn what all the different ones are and where they are, because they're all remapped on each stick. There's, for like this, the outside third is, for a corner, outside third is left stick up, and they can't get inside third. But for a safety, the inside third is left stick to the left, So you just got to learn the differences in the assignments with all the different positions. So anyways, we're going to put him back on outside third by pushing the left stick up, and there he is. Now, if we want to man him up, we're going to do the same thing. Triangle, triangle, square, right stick up is man coverage, and then you got to click which man you want. Individual, see, as you see, he can only man up the players on his side of the field. Since he's on the left side of the field, you can only man up players on the left side of the field. So we're going to man up to Julio, and it's just going to look just like that. Alright, next up, we are going to talk about the defensive line. So defensive line adjustments is the left on the D-pad. So left on the D-pad, you're going to press that, and you got shift the D-line and point of attack. So let's talk about shifting first. Shifting is very simple. Left stick down is to pinch it. Left stick up is to spread them. Left stick to the right is to shift them to the right, and left stick to the left is shift them to the left. Very self-explanatory. Let's get back here. So now, point of attack, slant outside, right, left. So as you see right here, right now we're gonna slant them to the right, and see how. Okay, like if I were to snap the ball, see how they attack kind of that right side. They come down on that right side angle, like that. Good hit, Earl. And wait for it. Now if you send them outside, right stick up, they're gonna crash. Like those ends, the two ends are gonna crash outwards. If you crash them inside, the ends are gonna crash inwards. As you see with the little in between the tackle and the guard, you see how they're crashing inwards as opposed to outwards. They're going outside the tackle. And then obviously left, they're going to go to the left, right there. So it's very self-explanatory with the point of attack. Now, let's say, you pinch and then you shift right, and then whatever, you mess up, you want to get them back to their regular alignment. All you got to do is press left for the adjustments again, and press L2. When you press L2, whether it's linebackers or D-line, it's just going to completely reset their things to go back to a regular base alignment. So now to talk about the quick adjustments. So there's not going to be many times where you actually want to quick adjust a D lineman, but in case you ever do, like let's say you want to put your D tackle in a QB spy or something, you're going to want to double tap left on the D-pad. So let me just make this very clear. This is what I didn't want you guys to get confused with. So like if you want to, let's say you want to spread the D line to the left, you would push left on the D-pad and then left stick to the left. Okay? Because say you want to spread them to the right now, you can push left on the D-pad and then right on. They canceled that. Okay, that's what that patch is for. So if you want to go spread the D line or pinch the D line, you could use that D-pad to push up and down on it. You know what I mean? But you can't use left or right. So that's why you got to get used to just using the stick so you don't make those mistakes. Because if you double tap left on the D-pad, and I feel like I'm just making this complicated, pretty much just double tap left on the D-pad and then you could make their adjustments from there. You could, as you see, I put them on the spy. So let's just clear shift here. And now linebackers. Now linebackers are probably the most important quick adjustments. Actually, no, secondary is probably the most important, but linebackers are definitely important as well. Linebackers are gonna you definitely want to adjust every single play. So you know those plays where the linebackers, everyone in the front seven comes, that's because of just a quick adjustment by just doing that. What I just did right there in that 1 second, that's gonna send everyone. As you see, we're sending everyone right there. So linebackers is right on the D-pad, then you could pinch them like that. That's not what it's supposed to look like, but like I said, practice mode's kind of glitchy. That right outside linebacker, or the right side of the screen outside linebacker, is already glitched. Yeah, see, look, now let me see if I can reset this play. No, I can't. Okay, let me just snap the ball. Alright, so we're gonna base a line. Alright, so linebackers, to pinch them, they're gonna come like that. Spread them, pause. They're gonna spread outside like that. You can shift them to the left, and then you can shift them to the right. Yeah, just like that. So let's get a clear shift, realign them properly. We're gonna pinch them like this. Now, as you see, it's a cover 3. So we got 3 linebackers in zones. If you want to blitz all linebackers, you press right on the D-pad and the right stick down. As you see, that says blitz all. As you see, it says right there, right stick down, blitz all. And that's gonna automatically blitz all of them. If you want them all in zones, you push the right stick up to zone all, but that's gonna put them all in hook to curls. Be very aware of that. If you push zone all, it's going to make all your linebackers in hook to curls. So let's reset the play. Go back to our regular cover 3. So let's say we want just the edge rushers. We want, excuse me, we want both the outside linebackers rushing. But we don't want the middle linebackers rushing. So that right outside's already going. So you can press right on the D-pad and then left outside linebacker blitz. Now, I mean, technically the left outside linebacker is this guy right here. But it goes by side of the screen, so like left side of screen linebacker, we want to blitz him, so we're going to push the right stick to the left, and now he's blitzing. So it's just like that. It's very simple. Now, if you want to, let's say, reset the play, let's say it's like this, and let's say that tight end is leaking out quick, and you want to get him on you want to catch him lacking real quick, right? So you let's say it's like this. And you want to catch him lacking maybe on a hard flat out there, you're going to double tap right on the D-pad for the individual adjustments. Again, pick the defender, so we want circle, and you want to hard flat him, so you push left on this left stick, and bam, he's right there in a Mabel type look. So that's going to shut that down. Excuse me. Oh man, my throat. I need some water. Pause. So that's that. Those are all the individual sections of the defense. And lastly, we're going to get into defensive keys. This is probably the most important thing. So let's reset the play here. So defensive keys, that's L1 or LB on Xbox. That's L1. And as you see, you could shift the entire defense with the left stick. If you want to shift the entire defense to the left, now when I say entire defense, that's linebackers and D-line. Sometimes the DBs move. It depends what formation you're in. But if you want to shift them all right, that's obviously right on the D-pad. As you see, that right outside linebacker, there's a glitch. But if you want to pinch, you could just see pinch is also going to bring down the secondary. It's going to pinch the backers and pinch the D-line. And then if you want to spread them, it's going to back off the coverage, spread, so that, it's very self-explanatory. Now, guess play is very, very important. You don't want to mess this up. This is what they talk about when they say contain and all that. If you push L1 and then right stick down, you're committing to the run. That's a run commit. So everyone's just gonna gun straight up the middle. So watch what happens when I snap the ball. I snap the ball, everyone's just gonna come straight down, and then you just get beat over the top, right? Now if I push L1 and then right stick to the right, we're committing to the run right. So everyone's gonna attack the right side, as you see right there. And you're again just gonna get beat over the top. The only time I would run commit is if you're very, 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 very sure that they're going to run the football. Now, you know, what you could do is an advanced tactic, I guess. If they're in like an I form tight, or maybe they got like one receiver out or something, so, you know, they're tight, you're pretty sure they're going to run the football. You could run commit, and then if anything, just use or that safety. So, like, he would come like that. You're run committing, oh, I have Julio, and then you get out there, and then you go grab that pick. Or just, you know, knock down the ball, whatever. But be very careful using that. And then guess play to pass commit. Oh man, that water. Yeah, I'm in the basement, so I got pipes and stuff, and someone just like flushed the toilet or turned on the sink or something. So if you hear that water in the background, don't mind that. But anyways, pass committing is just very simple. You know, you don't really have a negative for that. You should just always pass commit on like obvious passing situations, obvious passing downs. If they run like a halfback draw and you pass commit, then you're gonna get burnt. But that's not a high chance anyways. Don't worry about that. And then option QB and option running back. I've only ever seen one person in all of my games so far in Madden 20 run the read option, so don't even worry about that. And then QB contains an important one. L1 and R1's gonna make the those edge rushers contain. So like if you want to come like this, right? If you want to send like a blitz, if you were to send it stock like this, they're all just gonna commit right inside, just like, you know, just gun it. Or, you know, actually not even like this. A better show would be like. We can't audible to 4-3, but like for example in 4-3 or nickel, whatever, when you have like 4 linemen, let's say they have a scrambling quarterback, you want to contain, because that's going to make sure that those, you know, you're going to contain everything to make sure he has to step up in the pocket. If you contain, you're going to make sure that the quarter you're going, oh my god, I can't speak, the quarterback you're going against steps up in the pocket, because you're containing the outsides, you're keeping them inside so he can't roll out or nothing like that. So QB containing is very important. And I think that's it. Is there anything else I have to go over? No audibles. Secondary. Yeah, we talked about everything. So those are all the quick adjustments in the game. Those are all the quick adjustments on the defense side of the football. Now, like I said before, you know, this is what separates the good players from the great players. You know what I mean? Being able to make these quick adjustments. Now, what you could do, man, literally, and I know it sounds kind of weird maybe, but just go in here and maybe just write down on a notepad or something all the adjustments you want to make. And then, so let's say, okay, so what I want you guys to do from here, in a cover 3 sky, work on base align, man up the corners, or sorry, base align and turn it into a Tampa 2. That would be, or a pinch 2 press. So you would base align, and that free safety is glitched, but you base align, you're going to turn those to cloud flats, you're going to turn those to half flats, and then you're going to zone the linebackers, you're going to spread those, and it's going to look like this now. See, we turned it into a Tampa 2, or not a Tampa 2, because actually 3 backers would be zoned, so it'd be more like that, but whatever, we like sending the outsides and containing, you know what I mean? So obviously the alignment looks messed, but it's just about getting the adjustments right, you know what I mean, with speed too. It's just about doing it with speed. It's just about practice, you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just about practice. So make sure, you know, just go give yourself some quick adjustments to make, and then just practice it and practice the speed of it. You know, you don't have to do it quick. You don't have to do it quick at all. You don't have to do it quick at all. Just get used to it. You know what I mean? Just get used to it. Just get used to what you're doing, and you'll get it. It's just reps. It's like anything else. It's just practice makes perfect. All right. So make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. Hopefully this video does help. I think I went pretty in depth in breaking down each adjustment. Hopefully you guys, you know, help. If it didn't help and I'm just very bad at explaining things, I'm sorry about that as well. But we're gonna cut this off right now before it hits 20 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. It's your boy TeyTheGod, and I'm out. Peace.